That's wrong. What's up, man? Where's my finger? Oh, there you go, right there. There you go, right there. What's up, y'all? What it do? What's happening, Stump? Listen, we all we got. Ladies and gentlemen, what the business is. Man, where did I put the sheets? I could have swore I had them with me. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the business, though? Before you go in on your topic, I got to ask a quick. Eyone, Shay, Gildas, Alexander, Luca. I like Luca, but I think your man already told you. Ask me that every day. You know the young boy like that. You know the boy Shay SGA. You know he like that. You already know he like that. Why you keep asking me that? What you want me to say something bad about him? I ain't gonna do that. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. Count clear at 11 o'clock. Do you know Willer Ill? Is he still around? I don't know Willer Ill. Was you really a housewife in prison when you were young, like 16? Did your mother tell you what she was doing? You know they had your mother in the male prison. She not a real woman. When your mother was in, she was locked up with us. They ain't let them go to the women's prison back then. You know that, right? Your mother was 2 cells down from you before she became your mother. You know that, right? Misty Anderson, appreciated love, man. Thank you very much, man, tapping in. Shout out to the DC Blacks channel, man. I'm working on some new content for y'all. Been researching, studying. You know how it go when you trying to do something positive. There's always somebody that got something negative to say. But he mad as I don't know what that before his mother was his mother. His mother was a prisoner. And she was in the male convict section. He mad at me. Brentwood, what's up with Brentwood? Share your gun rights video. Oh, well, that's Curry. Yeah, appreciate it. What do you think about my Second Amendment video, Curry? Because we want to say the right term. What do you think about my Second Amendment video? I mean, that's an issue that's important to me. I'm saying I'm an American as well, right? I got certain issues that's important to me. Felons having their Second Amendment right restored, that's an issue that's important to me. I don't care what nobody say. Like some people say, oh, you worried about the wrong issues. That's my issue. I'm not worried about 401k or this or that. That's somebody else's issue with me. And that's saying that I'm not going to sit here and say nothing ignorant like that's not a legit issue. Gotta ignore the negativity. Ma, what's up, Slim? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up? Locked up trustee. Not me. May I please have a shout out? 2301, you in the hole. Nah, I ain't in the hole. I'm in the office. That was just a nice little, whatever you call it, a filter. Curry said, I believe that once someone does their time, all rights should be restored to them. I agree with that too, especially if certain rights make you, I ain't gonna say make you, but certain rights are, you know, yours as an American. And if you violate those, you know, if you violate some laws and they take it away from you, what happens once you are clear violating the law? Like, I owe my car note, and you know, they repossess it. Now the repossession is on my credit, but with the repossession on my credit, I can never get another car again. If you get if you get the analogy that I'm trying to make, I don't want to get too complex. You know, get to rapping like I'm Kendrick Lamar or something. Shay, SGA is my favorite player, and he's a grown man out there on that floor. Okay, Jubon. Hey, DC Blacks in chat. Are you from the DMV area? I'm from DC, yes, sir. It shouldn't take legislation for that to happen. Curry, I agree with that. Yeah, I knew Bernie Boy from Leavenworth. Who was that? Who was Bernie? Who was Bernie? Lamar, what it do, what it do? If you've done your time, you should be free to do whatever you want. I dig that. I love your show. Man, salute. I appreciate the love. A repossession drops off your credit in 7 years. Yeah, I've been through that phase. That's a good point you're making. But guess what? Even without the repossession dropping off your credit in 7 years, which you are correct on, you can still go get another car for a higher interest rate or a bigger car note during the month. Like, I know dudes that messed their credit up and they were driving Benzes for $400 a month. They were still trying to keep up with the Joneses and was concerned with, you know, their image. They went to paying $1,200, $1,100 a month to drive a Range Rover or a Porsche. You dig what I'm saying? They could afford that. I'm not paying $1,200 to drive nothing. At least not in this point in my life. Maybe when I was a kid and I didn't have credit and I wasn't able to do things and you just got to pay how you weigh. But if I can make a conscious choice, I'm not letting no financial institution spank me for no reason. What do you think about the Cardi's new album? I ain't even heard it. As a man, show Sally Reeman, I know the talk is cheap. Okay. I'm from Hong Kong, man. Y'all better lower them tariffs. I drive a cheap Nissan. You want to be in jail or something? I ain't gonna answer you, bro. You want to be in jail? Or you worried about my background picture? You worried about my background picture that bad, that much? You can't be that serious. You can't be worried about my background picture that much. Uh-oh. I gotta go get the lighter. Anybody else got a problem with my background picture? Let me know. If my background picture is offending you. He said, do you want some ramen, broski? I got some of them in the house already. What fights on, man? What fights on tonight? Looking for the lighter. What fights on? I might be a little off. Uh-oh. Might be a little off. Who fighting tonight? Loving your channel as always, man. I appreciate the love, man. I want to send a shout out to my man Convict Inc. Rob out there from the west side, the best side. Shout out to Convict Inc., man. Shout out to Rob, man. He be keeping it real. Not because he be being my friend. He don't got to be my friend. He could disagree with me, but he be keeping it real. He don't go into a bunch of no fake stuff. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to that, John. Convict Inc. He give you the same type of game I'm giving you, but he give it to you from a white man's perspective. You know what I mean? And don't think that every white dude in jail is on some sucker type shit. You know what I mean? It's thorough white people, like it's thorough natives, it's thorough Mexicans. Like one of my main beefs with that Aryan Brotherhood storytelling, not necessarily with the ABs, but I can never be friends with them no way. My culture and my history don't permit so. But that don't mean that certain people ain't bona fide convicts, bona fide men. But now that the dude John Gressler to start running his mouth, it made me look into some of his stories. Some of his stories don't add up. Like I was giving him the benefit of the doubt of some things, on some things. Hold on one second. Leave him alone. It makes him feel at home. He wanted to be near Diddy. I wanted to be near your mother, and then I discovered that she wasn't really a woman. That's my bad. Oh, Boost fight tonight? Where they fight? What they fighting on, man? I forgot. I seen that thing this morning. Forgot all about it. What they fighting on? Wilmington in the house. What's up, Wilmington? Where y'all from? Anybody? I got Detroit in here today. It's fighting tonight. Fighting on what network, y'all? He was in Leavenworth one time and them crushed the Latin Kings. Who was in Leavenworth? Rob was in Leavenworth when Tone and them crushed the Latin Kings? That's what you telling me, bro? I just said, homie, blessings to your channel, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to Wilman and Matt. He said we were in Lee County at the same time. Okay, shout out to you, bro. You was down Lee County when we was down there? Lee County was a smooth ride for me, man. I ain't had too many problems. I ain't had too many problems down there at all. Dimitri, what's up? My man was named, my man that passed away, his name was Dimitri. Bro, like that really sounds very creepy for you to say that I'm 6 years old. I should block you just for saying you 6 years old, man. Like what be wrong with them people, y'all? What is their thing? You shouldn't even be over here. This is a grown folks show. Bruh, I don't listen to nobody that say they said. Who is they said, bruh? Like if you want some attention that bad, man, I'm a bona fide gangster, bruh. Ain't nobody listening to no they said. I don't know what's wrong with you. Talk about some they said, man. That don't bother me. They said the world was flat too. It's about free you, brother. I'm all right, bro. I'm doing fine. Right where I'm at. You dig it? Yeah, but we're gonna get into some other content. We ain't gonna just keep going over and over, regurgitating the same content. And I don't do no reuse content. All my content be my ideas and opinions, man. They call it original. What's up? What's up? What it do? My son in the chat. That's who I thought it was. You know how that go. You know how that go, champ. What else can I say? They want to be me. They want BB so bad they be trying to act like me, man. What's your perspective on that case in Texas? I ain't been following it. My peoples told me to follow it. I was following a little couple, some other cases. That shit on my shoe. That dog food coat on my shoe. Watch out, I ain't going nowhere. Why jail background, right out of office or a mansion? That's not what I picked today, brother. Salute from Los Angeles. What's up, Los Angeles? All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can find out where that's at. We ain't talking about religion tonight. Follow my case. I'm out on bond. I'm finna snitch though. But I don't even find that type shit funny. That ain't funny to me. That's your business. What celebrity do you think when you here in North Carolina? Michael Jordan. What celebrity do you think? You think I'm in jail? I got this shirt from commissary. What about henchmen? He said, "What you talking about? The dude that said the person that said they named their child out on bond." I can't. I don't know why they so well behaved over there, bro. I don't know. What you think? Slim on the podcast found out that the father was arrested in 2001 for SA, and the kid's mother took the boys and left him. Oh, I ain't know that. I'm trying to be over tough. No, you trying to be over goofy. Man, I thought you was a YouTube dude. Whole time you wrote 7 books. I wrote a few more than that. Good ones at that after looking at the reviews. Yeah, I got a few more. I got a little bit more than 7. But I am a YouTube dude. That ain't offensive to me. I seen a dude 60 years old yesterday, and Costco stopped me, shook my hand, like I was Dan Aykroyd or somebody. I said, man, I be watching you on YouTube every day. I said, okay, appreciate you, OG. You said my son in here. Who you calling my son? Who is that supposed to be? Free the Great White Shark. Who is the Great White Shark? Who is that? Who you calling the Great White Shark, man? Hey, Frank Hamilton. Where you from, man? What's your point? You just over there typing emojis. Much respect. Salute from Underwood Street. Shout out to my uptown people. I ain't even looked at them book reviews, and I don't even look at them Jones no more. I got a couple good reviews though. Got a few good reviews. What your father was doing for 25 years? What was he doing? I'm just asking. I don't know what you're talking about. Cut me in. So you look like you laughing. He's saying he's trying to say Guantanamo Bay. You spell that with a G though, don't you? Getmo, Guantanamo Bay. Bro, that's some propaganda. That's some propaganda based on something that somebody else, a lie somebody else told. Don't nobody be walking around talking about that. Kobe did a video saying kids were picking on him in his youth because he grew up in the suburbs and wealth because he has his father and barbecue player, then played overseas. Kids thought Kobe was Alabama. Is that right? How so? I saw that little special though, Juwan. What you talking about, man? You talking to riddles like Nostradamus or somebody. What's your point? Kids thought Kobe was soft. I saw it, but he definitely wasn't soft on that court. What's my advice to people who are fat? I might have to skip that one, bro. Ain't nobody that was fat asked me for their advice. But you fat? Say, I'm my brother's keeper, all right? I'm my brother's keeper. Okay, I'm my brother's keeper. I mean, you talking like you Nostradamus or something, like you predict the future. What's my next book? I don't know the name of it, John. I'm working on a fiction and a non-fiction, John, at the same time. It depends on what mood I'm in. He talking slick about the city. I'm surprised somebody ain't blogging. You ain't in no Washington, D.C. If you probably think you're in Washington, D.C. You probably in Arlington. Yeah, Secrets Never Die was fiction, but I wrote it based on a true story. How to make money with what? YouTube? What's up, Brazil? NBA YoungBoy ain't even in jail no more. What you talking about? And I ain't wishing jail on nobody. Say NBA YoungBoy went to the hole before he went to the halfway house. D-Road, what you talking about? Oh, he's still locked up. I thought they said he went to a halfway house. That wasn't true. I don't think you know what you talking about. You gonna push up to the land? What you mean? You gonna push up Montana? Where my water at, bro? Every 4-5 comments, they be just talking about Diddy, man. I did answer. I don't know what to say. I don't know why they think like that. He said Montana. I did answer. I don't know why I said he a killer. I don't know what else you want me to say. I don't know who that is. What's up, Baker? I ain't know that junk was on TikTok. Maybe I should share that junk on TikTok. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, probably gonna do that. More shit to be concerned about. It's all good. Here you up a few times. I'm gonna have to check it. I be forgetting to get on TikTok. Somebody had to press me to even put something on TikTok. I'm gonna get on that. I got it. My junk DC Blacks on TikTok though. What motivated you to make a true story into a book and get recognition? It was just a story that I knew of and I was interested in, so I fictionalized some of it. But check that joint out. Secrets Never Die. It's on Amazon. I think that Diddy thing just a troll. Don't know if you want to speak on the little homie that pocket the white boy at the truck in Texas. That shit crazy. I don't know what's up with that. Block them Diddy Bammers. Yeah, Vito, stop blocking them niggas. Yeah, I can't believe there's so many of them though. Night to night. Yeah, we might as well start clicking them. Where did I do time? Lawton, the Feds, Lee County, Leavenworth, Arizona, New Mexico. Oh, shout out to Mississippi. What part of Mississippi? How was it when the media came at you for your input on the book? What you mean, after the book came out, it wasn't too much? I mean, it's a fiction book, so it wasn't like they asked me a bunch of questions. They just asked me about writing while I was in prison. You feel me? What's up, Detroit? What it do? It was on Prime Quality TV. Oh, Prime Quality TV got a TikTok channel, a TikTok account. I ain't know that. I gotta go check that out. I'm gonna go follow him. Shout out to Prime Quality TV. Gomez, are you Muslim? You got a lot of invasive questions. Corey, say that again. I ain't quite. I don't get the whole question. Say that again. You say someone write a book about your experiences, asking you questions, not holding it down in there. I know you ain't talking about me. D Rose, what's up, man? They show their face. Who Alpo lovers? Free my big bro Chains. We on year 10, but he gonna get through. I went to jail one and realized like damn short to be sitting in there. Felt like I was dead watching time go by. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to stop playing that TikTok jump. They say you can really, man, advance your business on TikTok and make money. Oh, Mike and John. I ain't gonna get him too much attention. John somewhere chasing them boys around the joint. I was celibate. Tell John, man, go stop playing around, man. Don't nobody take John serious. John been on PC since like 1984. Man, I swear them weirdos literally come on here to troll. What a miserable life. I think it's like playing video games for them, Jawan. Salute my brother. Shout out to Harlem. What it do, Terrence? Yo, E, y'all got a state port? No, we got a national harbor, man. That's in Maryland, though. But they got a Georgetown harbor. I don't know that coming through that joint with paddle boats and yachts. Yeah, the bros, where you at down there? Shine 5. What's Shine 5? Oh, yeah. I'm always looking to turn books into movies. I got books that's not even published. You can work side by side with a director, and I'll be the producer that will make this all happen while you collaborate with me and told your stories on a live camera and then a movie edit. Oh, man, you talking like you got a budget over there, man. MJ being from the country down south, it felt good seeing him and the Bulls dominate and get over the bullies, which is the New York Knicks. That showed me the hero he was, New York killer. 55, double nickel in the garden. Who is Tall Earth? You can go to EyoneWilliams.com. You can go to Amazon.com. Just type in Eyone Williams. Adrian, what's up? You say DC Black's real brother. What it do? What it do? MJ not from New York. He was born in New York. He from Carolina now. I do know he was born in New York. He was born in New York, but he ain't spend no time there. He don't claim there. He ain't go to school there. He ain't come off the porch there. He ain't play basketball there. Hey, Randall, who you top put who in they place? The white dude, whoever the dude Sandman is, he running his motherfucking mouth like he knows some real prison history. He probably ain't did a day in prison. I ain't even do my background check on Sandman. But he better do his background check on me. They run around repeating something the rat lovers say. How you gonna have a dude that his platform is built on praising Alpo? How could he dare talk about somebody else as a rat? I mean, ratting is what they're about. That's like, Roto-Rooter. When you hear Roto-Rooter, what you think of? You think of a plumber, right? You hear Alpo, you think of a rat. How you gonna have a rat platform talking about somebody a rat, bro? It don't make sense. My name spelled Eyone. My last name is Williams. Eyone Williams. Put in books by Eyone Williams. Eyone. Barbara Johnson. What the hell is you over here talking about? This ain't one of them Jones. This ain't no like a freak jump. Like them interactive porn Jones. That's what you sound like. This ain't one of them. I'm dead wrong about what? I ain't saying nothing wrong. They tripping. Where my Baltimore man at? My Baltimore man gone? You did. Kevin, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm lost. Say I'm a blood member. Okay. He claimed Brooklyn. Just go search MJ Crooklyn Dollars. He never shied from his city ties. I don't think that's true, man. John Gotti Jr. made a video claiming John Gotti Sr. was sucker punched. Did you see that? Yeah, I did see that. And I mean, what he considered sucker punch, I consider somebody busting off. Like a sucker punch is like a joint you don't even see. When somebody walk up to you and clock you, you might say he stole you, but a sucker punch, that's like a punch you never saw. I mean, and for real, when there's tension in the air, nobody should get sucker punched anyway. What set you claim? Brown claim no set, bro. Stop tripping. I'm from poor city, country boy, poor boy, what we watch. Grass grow. All right, bruh. My man Juwan said, bruh, he knows Spike Lee, and Spike Lee paid him to do that commercial. That was his only time saying he was born in Brooklyn. Stop being delusional, fam. He belongs in North Carolina. He doesn't claim y'all. All right, Juwan. Yeah, when there's tension in the air, you on alert. You supposed to be on point. But I wasn't there, so I can't argue the facts that it happened this way or happened that way. What I know was the results. The results was they put him down on the concrete. I mean, to my knowledge, it was tension between blacks and whites in Marion once they accused AB members of killing a guy by the name of Ralph Chappelle. Ralph Chappelle wasn't even from D.C. Some people say he was from Delaware, some people say he was from Connecticut, but he wasn't from D.C., but he was a black man. And most of the blacks that came from D.C. was Moors, so they was on some black unity. We also had a luncheon homie by the name of Steamboat that got butchered trying to take advantage of one of them white boys, Clay Fountain, if I ain't mistaken. They stabbed him like 60-something times. So it was a bunch of tension in the air. But by the time Cadillac got back to Marion, he got put out of Lawton again and sent back to Marion. And he got into it with Silverstein, and a story that been told 100 times. And Silverstein and another guy stabbed him a bunch of times. And from that point on, it was just popping. It might have died down a little bit, but then in the 90s, it picked back up again. No, he was not. No, he never claimed Brooklyn. He doesn't care about NYC. He disowned y'all on the Larry King show, and Larry King asked him about his stomping grounds, and he said he has no memories of New York. You heard what Juwan said. What's wrong with you? What is you talking about? What's that hair you got on me, man? It's crazy, man. Is the Mafia a non-factor in prison system, in your opinion, like in comparison to the DC blacks and other groups? The Mafia really wasn't a like there's some guys, Italian guys, there's mobsters, there's individual men, but as a group, the Mafia they ain't nobody in the feds, bro. Like I said, it's individual guys, there's men, no matter whether they Mafia or Mexican. But the Mafia don't got no say so, no joint. Like if a Mafia guy from Philadelphia or New York or something, they'd be better off riding with the New York car or the Philly car than saying they ain't a mob, in my opinion. He say always my opinion. Real talk. But you know, certain dudes, shout out to dudes like Jordan Molino. Certain dudes, they men wherever they go. Yeah, some of them little FCI joints out east, but you still ain't gonna get stabbed messing with one of them. They just gonna be deep. And them sweet Jones, I'm talking about in the penitentiary, like people act like they feed them like they in the street somewhere. That ain't what the business is on the inside of the joint. The Mexicans get the N-word pass because they stand strong in the pen. Hell no, not in my opinion. What Randa say, did you ever check out Cartoon 53 on YouTube? I want you to. He got some hell of a prison stories. Cartoon 53, now somebody said something about it. I forgot though. I'll check it out. Cartoon 53. I might check it out tonight. Chill out. I don't know what you getting at, homie. I try to think about it all different type of ways. Mexican get the N-word pass because they are the largest consumer of rap music. Man, you tripping. You don't see no bunch of Mexicans walking around saying nigga in public. Not in the feds. Now, I ain't talking about what they might say in private. Anybody might say anything in private, but you're not going to have no bunch of them walking around the feds saying no N-word, and ain't nobody going to check it, and you know damn well a D.C. nigga going to say something about it. If don't nobody else, everybody, if a Mexican walk by singing the N-word. He walked by 5 dudes, a dude from Nebraska, a dude from Nevada, a dude from Texas, a dude from Minnesota. If he get to the DC part, he gonna have an issue, bro. Like if he passed every one of them geographical states and saying the N-word, the N-word, and N-word, he can play and play and play till he get to that 007 section. He gonna have a problem. But I don't think he gonna walk by all them other states. Like it's meant from other Joe. He ain't gonna walk by no bunch of Chicago dudes saying the N-word. Not no Larry Hoover type dude. How much money do you want? How much money do I want for what? Like what type of statement is that? What type of troll trap is that? How many stitches do you want? Yeah, them feds rules different than street rules. To an extent, yeah, watch out. You're right, not in the feds. Negro means black in Spanish. Man, I wouldn't care what it was. You better not be walking around talking about nigga this, nigga that, nigga this. Not in the feds around no black people, not around no DC niggas. Somebody said, I wish I could say he lying. Yeah, I know it. You can walk by the softest DC nigga talking shit and he gonna see what's up with you. I mean, he can't even fight. I've seen you 10,000 on what? On Crash. Bro, get you some business, bro. Nobody even trying to figure out what your punchline is. Stitches, get snitches, and throwing the ditches. What, you epileptic or something, bro? Was Alpo active before his passing or no? Sorry if you don't answer that. I understand. Nah, ain't nothing problem. I can't tell you if he was active. He wasn't active in DC. I don't know what he was doing in New York. Dig a ditch for them rats. Okay. Like, I don't get how Alpo existed. Shit, let's not act like Alpo is the only rat in history, though. Like, rats go all the way back to Judas in the Bible, bro. Like I don't get how Alpo existed. I don't know what I don't know what to say in response to that. There's an Alpo in every city. You got people that aspire to be guys like that. You ain't see all them jokes on TikTok lately talk about 250 million paid to informants nationwide. There is no police and law enforcement out without the informant. The informant goes back to the Babylonian times. But he a notorious rat. He did his stuff so loud. I can't speak on it. I mean, you see what happened to him at the end, whether it was about being a rat or not. Like, if you crawl to the finish line, run to the finish line, or walk to the finish line, once you get to the finish line, you finished. So why so many rules in the feds, but criminals can't follow rules in the outside? I can't answer that. I don't even know if I look at the same. I don't even know if I look at the situation the same like that. Alpo, that rap was in love. Spanish Harlem, not Harlem. Oh yeah? I never knew that y'all defined it like that. So you saying that Harlem don't claim him, that's just Spanish Harlem? I thought he represented Harlem. No disrespect, I know he a rat, so I ain't gonna put that on Harlem, but I never seen him say Spanish Harlem. I know he hung out in different parts of Harlem though, but that's what you saying? He said I didn't think about it like that. Like what? Oh yeah, he still had the finish line. I think that's what you're talking about. Why do people act? Prison is a badge of honor. Hey, my friend, who acts like prison is a badge of honor? Like, what people tell me about somebody specifically, like Dan Rather, Stephen A. Smith, Martin Luther King, who acts like prison is a badge of honor? Let's start our conversation there. West side of Harlem, some cats love and still love Alpo. Fam is lying. Well, I can't say he lying, but I done heard a couple people still got love for him, and DC too. Like, you should have saw all the rest in peace posts after he died. But most of those people were women, so I ain't gonna knock a lot of the women. They wasn't into some of them wasn't street women anyway. They was just into the limelight. That don't mean they care about the code. Some of them police officers and all type of shit. West side of Harlem. Rappers get more famous when they get out of prison. It is glorified. All right, okay, brother. Not after he killed Rich Paul, the Spanish Harlem is on the east side. Okay, that's why he was saying that then. He was from 104 or something. And one first. Hey, bro, somebody get the real band, okay? Somebody send him up out of here, man. Everything he say is something gay. Put him in witness protection. Somebody, please. Randall, you got a wrench. Put him in witness protection, bro. He want a timeout. Shout out to my Detroit man. Have I actually been to jail? This your first time over here? What my man Jawan talking about? Do you only cover DC stuff? I'm a little bit of a new fan. Nah, I cover different things that come to my mind, but for some reason, my core subscribers, my viewers, they only watch and return to certain type of content. But I cover different things. Like recently, I just covered the mega prison in El Salvador because I cover prison content. I covered the Second Amendment rights that the Trump administration is talking about giving back to the people. Man, the main thing I cover is DC though. I went to private school. Hold on. Chill out, mama. Oh, my soul is gone. Yeah, I guess it's gone. Do a freestyle. Bruh, why don't you go to YouTube and click on the rapper's channel? Oh, you cover prison stuff. I enjoy prison content. 16, the life you got to interview him. And Banky Pound. I did interviews with Banky Pound. Shout out to Banky Pound. What's my views on Donald Trump? Donald Trump talking about that Second Amendment. Tell Donald Trump, man, let's go. What are your views on Donald Trump? You keep mentioning what you want to talk politics. What's your views on Joe Biden? You want to talk politics? Come on. Shout out to Jimmy who? Joe Biden. Oh. Donald Trump. Oh. What the fuck was the point of you saying that? Oh, Jimmy Henchman. What about Jimmy Henchman, bro? You said that. What you saying? I mean, what you mean DC felons? If they change the rights for right restoration for felons in the country, more than likely it's going to affect DC felons first. They both need to be in retirement homes. You better watch what you say. ICE might come get you. I ain't saying nothing about ICE. I ain't saying nothing about immigration. I can see him now, shave my hair off my head and say, amigo. I don't know where my social security card at right now. And matter of fact, I need to go find all my papers, man. I'm gonna have all my papers in one place before I end up in El Salvador somewhere. You can't even make a phone call at that joint. What do I think led to the DC underworld? Well, you know, a lot of times poverty and circumstances lead to the underworld or the subculture of any place. It creates another economy. But remember, DC was home of the runaway slave back in the 1800s and stuff like that. They say DC blacks, I'm as light skinned as you. ICE come after you before they come after me. You got this channel. That's why I said what I said. But I done already served decades in prison under black male. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm a black male. I did almost 20 years under black male. Like ordering a drink and saying no ice. You try funny. Bro, we ain't doing no ice jokes over here. We ain't even playing with them people, bro. Them people walking up to you, busting your window. Psh, no warrant, no nothing. Take you to jail. You don't tell them what they want to hear. They turn you over to ICE. Then you accidentally get on a plane to get sent to El Salvador. They can start sending niggas to Guatemala in a minute. I ain't playing with ICE. Hey, turns. I'm looking at your profile picture, man. You look grown. Don't be playing with ICE. They gonna fuck around, see what's up with your tax returns, your credit score. Bro, they be hitting you where it hurt. They be going to get your spouse, your wife, your baby mama, something wrong with her paper. She's out of here. Like, niggas just gonna start disappearing. But you see the Supreme Court told Donald Trump and then to bring that boy, Kilmar Garcia. I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly, no disrespect. They say get him back. I seen something the day before I got on here. It was mentioning that they ordered to bring him back. They got to bring him back. I seen that video. They came after a family with the arrest. But they went up in the schools to get the people. Like, I know it's for a photo op, right? That they showing all this activity, but I'm 40-some years old, bro. I've never seen them blitz like this. I watched a rack of them Netflix documentaries. Matter of fact, I might watch another one tonight just because that's what's on my mind. But I watched some of them old Netflix documentaries that they was doing back in like when Trump was in office when Trump was in office the last time when Jeff Sessions and them was up in that joint. Damn, that shit seemed like yesterday, but we done been through 4 years that fast, ain't it? But yeah, so they was pulling up at schools and churches, rounding people up. And then they'd come in the house looking for one person and take 4, 5 people out the house. Said I'm 54, so you just seen a few things too. It's 11 o'clock, man. Let me go get me something to eat real quick. I might got the munchies, man. I might come back, man. Free the real.